Okay, gang, if you haven't brought out your noisemakers yet, now's the right time. I'm Ian Drew, senior editor here at Us Weekly Magazine, and we are going to recap for you the top 5 hottest hot stuff items that rocked your world this year. For a year in really big cheating scandals, the biggest started out earlier in the year, back in March, when Us was the first to break that LeAnn Rimes and her Northern Lights co-star, Eddie Cibrian, had actually been cheating with one another on their spouses. Well, at that time in Hot Stuff, we also reported that Eddie tried to make a go of it with wife Brandi Glanville Cibrian and cut off all ties to LeAnn after they were caught, while LeAnn kept a muzzle on her own marriage problems. Meanwhile, as all turned out, they each ended up leaving their spouses for each other, and they're a happy couple to this day. And in May, Us actually exposed Angelina Jolie's personal hatred for Madonna, whom she was often compared to after Madonna adopted children David and Mercy from Malawi. And she added, Madonna is doing it for publicity. Meanwhile, Angie also told a pal that Madonna's early dalliances with lesbianism was also for publicity, whereas she was in a quote-unquote confused place when she had her own affair with Jenny Shimizu. Whereas Madonna's rep went on to say more media attention would be the last thing that would be an incentive for Madonna. Not so sure about that. And then in June, Lindsay Lohan and Justin Timberlake got into a bit of a brush at New York City nightclub Avenue. Lindsay tweeted to the world that Justin was maybe not being so kind to girlfriend Jessica Biel while getting a little too close to another woman that night at the club. So dark. Where's JB, cheater? Lindsay tweeted, later telling Hot Stuff that her Twitter account was actually hacked into and she never said such a thing. Gee, Lindsay, that's not the first time we've heard that one. Meanwhile, in July, Us reported that Jennifer Aniston was steamed that Bradley Cooper had started going out with Renee Zellweger after Aniston had already had several dates with him. She feels screwed over, a pal shared. And meanwhile, Renee is the one who ended up walking with the prize. But don't worry, Jen, you have a whole nother year to hit the dating scene, and we'll be watching every moment of it. And finally, Us was the first to break the news that Paula Abdul would not be returning to Idol. Her manager came forward in July saying that Paula would not be returning because of money disputes with the show, but Hot Stuff already knew that producers had asked Paula not to come back to the show after the last season ended. Of course, Paula ended up not coming back. Ellen DeGeneres is filling her space, but Paula is filling her time with hosting duties, such as on VH1's Divas Live concert this year, where she roasted Ellen. And of course, let's not forget her successful QVC jewelry line. Don't worry, Paula, no matter what happens, you're still forever our girl. Of course, it was 52 weeks of delicious hot stuff items, but these were the only 5 we have time for today. See you in 2010.